This is the hook video. Put it at the start. If you're watching this, I have forgotten to edit this video properly. Ah, it's coming after me! Ah, oh no, a big monster! Ah! Happy up the was Wednesday, fish keepers. That's right, I've gone back to Up the Was Wednesday because I grabbed the wrong mug out of my drawer. Once I finish this coffee, once we get into the 3 Idiots Talk Aquariums recording studio, I'm going to be using my backwards wacky cup, and that's alright. So today, I'm not exhausted as I was yesterday. Today, we're recording a podcast with the 3 Idiots Talk Aquariums. We're doing it pretty damn soon, about 20 minutes time. Once we get into that, I'm going to be preparing to move these fish and the hospital tank this afternoon. Oh no! Oh no! We lost one of the cories overnight. I was genuinely guffing. That is a proper kick in the balls. That really sucks. I'm quite gutted about that, to be honest. They are really cool corridors. Let alone also quite pricey. But beside the fact, they are really cool cats. Yeah. We're going to record a podcast, we'll get through it, and then we'll work out what we can do for the rest of the day. I'm pretty sure it snowed overnight. Like, it's quite freaking cold this morning. It's a late snow because we're in, late September? I don't recall turning the heater on in this room, which is where we record stuff. So either I turned it on without realising, very possible, or I turned it on Friday when we did the Fanatics Friday coffee date, and I haven't turned it off. In turn, the heater has been running for 5 days straight. Fingers crossed it was option A, because far out that will be a fairly pricey power bill. Oh, spaghetti. Today might not be the best day. That was one of the more interesting, fun, enjoyable podcasts we have done for a while. Sometimes they're a train wreck, sometimes they're an absolute dumpster fire, sometimes they're good fun, and a combination of all. That was definitely that one. We've ended up with Ryan almost on the fence to say, yep, he will spawn a new species of fish. That's not an African cichlid, we just haven't got him over the line with one. So it'll be kind of cool, and potentially the three of us might have a wee challenge of spawning a fish that we wouldn't normally keep. So, yeah, jump on the 3 Idiots Talk Aquariums podcast YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and check in the, this is me to remind myself, got to put it here, check in the notes or the community tab and see what options we might come up with, and have a wee vote on there. Good times. Alright! Box oxygen weed, lilies, duckweed, etc., has arrived, so we can pack the last of the orders up for the week today. Then we'll finish what we started, moving all the tetras into the shop. Bit of a tidy up through here. I'll begin draining the tanks that don't have fish in them, just to give me a bit of visual representation of what we've got, and we'll go from there. No cap. Always look absolutely spectacular. My God, I love them so much. Such beautiful fish. Just so beautiful. So I've been spending some time in here this morning. Came home after the podcast. And this is actually a little bit more complex than I thought it was. So, like, this went on there quite okay. And then I went to take it off, and it didn't come off properly. It was almost cross-threaded, but it totally wasn't. And then I looked in, and I was like, oh, maybe we need to deglue all these and almost start again. I was at the pump shop, pumps and filters, or all pumps, whatever else here in Nelson, and I was in there trying to find the fitting to connect everything up, and then I realised that that might not be the case. So it might be a job of ungluing everything, laying it all out and just getting it to work that way, as opposed to finding a couple of bits and getting it going. So yeah, because like I haven't been able to work out what this piece here is randomly for, and I've got another piece, so I just thought maybe I was missing a bit or two, possible, or maybe I'm trying to, maybe I'm trying to put it together completely wrong, and that's why the bits aren't quite working. So we'll deglue it. Like, I don't think that this has any use to what I need it to do. It has anything to do with the connection parts. I think that's dosing stuff. But I could be wrong, and I could be totally missing something. So we might just deglue it all, get the heat going out, deglue it all, and rebuild it and see if there is any bits that I'm possibly missing or possibly need. Like, it seems stupid to pull this apart. But is this like actually something that completes the loop that is needed? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. I'm not entirely sure when this happened, but I'm glad that it was turned off. Yeah. So, could have been a not so happy days. Just to put this into a bit of perspective, Saf was the last one in the tank on Monday when he was catching swordtails. So, from an employer's point of view, this could have been absolutely disastrous if it had been broken and he chucked his hand in there. Don't know when it happened. No one was harmed. That's all that matters. And I'm very thankful that it hadn't happened before Saf put his hands in there, because that is far from ideal. Don't know what's happened. I don't know why it's done that. But it has done it, and so here we are. Be careful around electronics and water, people. Not a good combination. Time to move some tetras and danios and minnows and a few other bits and pieces. I know they're only tetras and little small community fish and stuff, but I don't really want to do this. Like, I'm reluctant to give up my amapas. I still want to work out a way of keeping them. So we'll see how we go. I'll get scooping, and I guess we'll go from there. So yeah, those amapas are stunning. I don't really have a plan of doing this, but I think I have already cocked up said plan, because it's quite messy now. It's going to make a heck of a mess in there. But we'll see how we go. Fella affiliate ain't looking so flash. Time for today's algorithm engager. This is where you like the video. I ask you a real simple question, you answer in the comments below, and the YouTube algorithm goes and it shows on people this video. Because it shows on people this video, more people see the Fanatics Friday coffee date, which is a hell of a good time where we get people from around the world talking about aquariums. It's worth it. Check it out. Like, follow, subscribe, all that other crap. But yeah, if you haven't liked, make sure you like it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And here anyway. Bye bye. Today's algorithm engager. If you could go back in time 20, 25 years, or even when you're younger, say when you're 18, what is one bit of advice that you would tell yourself? For a very, very long time, for me it would have been, don't buy that car. Because that car inevitably led me to a car yard. That car yard inevitably, I might be saying that word right, led me to a girl. That girl inevitably, single-handedly tortured my life for multiple years. However, without meeting that girl, without that torture, without going to that car yard, and without buying that car, I wouldn't have my daughter. So I've kind of changed my mind on that, because I wouldn't change that for the world. Now, the piece of advice I would give myself is, fuck it, we only die once. We live every single day. Enjoy it as much as you possibly can. And don't let other people give a shit or judge you on what you do. If you like it, if you're enjoying it, that is all that fucking matters. Because we don't know when we're going to stop breathing. Or, better put, we don't know when our heart is going to stop beating. So that is mine. What is yours? If some advice you would give yourself when you were younger, what would it be? I feel like I got quite philosophical just then. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Anyway, that is today's algorithm engager. Thank you for being a part of the Fisherman family. Thanks for liking the video, answering the question, and subscribing if you haven't already. Okie dokie, move some fish over. Black phantoms, red phantoms, glow lights. Found some diamond tetras, some lemon tetras. There's a few others. Whole heap more white cloud minnows, a couple of extra ember tetras, and a few others. I thought that I'd put all the amapa tetras back. Turns out I might have missed a couple and added a couple other fish that look like it. I think there might have been extra glow light tetra go back to the tank, and maybe a black neon too. So, and lots of cool chewies. So I'm not going to adjust the website listings now. Some gold white cloud minnows as well. I'm not going to adjust the website listings right now. I'll do it tomorrow once the tank at the back clears, and I'll catch any of the extra fish that need to be done as well. So tomorrow we will have the adjusted numbers from the fish at the back. So that now leaves this rack entirely empty. All we've got in here should be the amapas, and there's obviously a black neon there, but the rest look like actually might be amapas. Anyway, amapas, the black neon, which will go away. Red whiptails in here, and the pea macaws. So hopefully by the end of tomorrow, once this clears off a bit more, it'll just be the amapas, the whiptails, and the macaw in here. And that'll be that, and then I'll work out what I'm going to do with them. I still can't let go of my amapas. I think they're spectacular. Should be about to get through this, get rid of the grabensis. I think I've got enough space out there for the African butterflies. Rolls through, came in yesterday. Hospital, had a whole lot of swordtails dropped off. Came in yesterday, need to go into the shop. Came in yesterday, nothing. Room in the shop, nothing. So we can start draining this rack. We are through here all empty. Heaters are out, heaters are off, all through here. I've got a couple of Pristillas in here that were a bit rough, but they're good to go back to the shop. Nothing in there. Some Corridorinis in here. So that'll be the last one on this rack here. So I can start draining through that. Oh, and there is dwarf butterflies in here as well. But they can stay in there for a little bit longer with no too much drama. Also bought some of the Anubias minima that we had from out the back. Not the most common plant here in New Zealand. A few little scraggly pieces that I've never did anything with. Yet, here they are. I think I might have also lined up a wee buyer for this tank, which is helpful. The tank in the stand. Hopefully they pick it up sometime the next day or two. Just waiting on confirmation on that. Good times. Things are beginning to roll a little bit. Next thing I take a photo of is this here. Camera's not quite showing it off the same way as I can see it, but boy oh boy doesn't BMW look spectacular with a little bit of natural sunlight on it. And damn son, those Golidinios are loving it. Yowza! Orders all packed up. Time to start working on draining the hospital tank and getting everything ready to rock and roll. Junior Fish Keeper is going to give me a hand with that, so that's kind of cool. This could be the last video we do in this video today. I'm not sure just yet. We'll find out soon. So, we've officially had our first member join the Fisher & family on YouTube. Thank you very much, Jeff. Greatly appreciated. Kind of cool. Kind of demure. His requirements were we continue on our path and basically continue doing the Fanatics Friday copy date. I assure you we will be doing that as long as I possibly physically can make that work. So, yeah. Thank you very much for being a member. That's pretty bloody cool.